for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Yeah, cup of coffee.
Oh, well, NASA, I actually tried to listen to the Angry Astronaut, his live stream about the NASA thing. It was an hour and 45 minutes. I didn't make it through it.
Yeah, no.
So I'll have to go back and listen to what NASA actually said about 3i Atlas.
Big brain stuff.
It was big brain stuff.
Just bullet point. Just put it in fucking bullet point, dude.
Put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what needs to be done for those of us that are neurospicy.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those of us that are neurospicy, and this is how we communicate with each other. And the whole family is neurospicy. The whole damn bunch. And so we don't think about how that sounds to people who are not neurospicy. Be part of our world.
One of us.
Mm-hmm.
One of us. One of us.
And there are peculiarities, and there's lots of videos that you can find online about the characteristics of ADD, ADHD, autisms. Sometimes there's overlapping traits.
Yeah.
On these things. Each person is individual, wonderful in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do understand that sometimes it's like, you started at one point and then you jumped over here. Well, you should see how busy the inside of my brain is. It's busy.
If only you knew.
Yeah, it's busy. And it never shuts up. Ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of things like that's with the lovely neurospicy blessing. Whatever. But we can also multitask like none other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a matter of us finding the right place to do these things.
Figuring out how to multitask.
Uh-huh. Now, kids, he's got a different flavor. His is more ADD. Yeah. He doesn't have the H. I have the H.
Yeah. It ain't fun.
No,
it ain't fun.
No.
When you're... See, it's a little bit more detectable with the people with the H.
Yeah, because we're all over the place.
But when you don't got the H... I mean, on some days, I do got the H. Yeah, some days it definitely... it definitely decides to rile up.
Mm-hmm.
But most days it's not. The H is not there. Just don't got the energy for it anyhow. So, you know. And so it's hard for people to understand, hey, you got something wrong with you, when they can't actually, they don't even got like a hint of whatever.
Right. It is. And it's like, well, you're undisciplined. No. And on there are certain days that it's worse than others. Yeah. Such as today was not, and part of it has to do with fatigue. The fatigue will make it worse. Pain makes it worse as far as the ability to sit and pay attention.
Yeah.
Something that helps me is those stupid little match 3 games. That I can have that going on and then have whatever I'm listening to in the background. Mm-hmm. I've worked through hours of lectures and different things like that. Yeah. At least I got over the sleeping to Michael Heiser lectures phase.
Yeah.
I've gone on to other phases.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
But anyhow, the 3i Atlas thing, I don't know what NASA summed up. Probably nothing. And honestly, at this point, I don't trust NASA. I don't trust any of them. We said that previously, but I just don't.
Like, what would it have been? The fact that they know nothing?
Right. Well...
Or that they probably know more that they're not willing to share?
Yeah. Yeah. Because at this point, nobody trusts any of these people.
Right.
Because we've seen and they've been caught. And we've been paying attention. Mm-hmm. And some of us do occasionally have... Just because we're, flitty... That does not mean that we don't have the ability to retain information.
Right.
And that's where you get, God bless the white hat weaponized autisms. Mm-hmm. Because those folks can remember shit from the time of their birth. Not all of them, but some of them. And those are the dot connectors.
Yeah.
And just, they see the world differently.
They do. They do.
And it's amazing.
They yeah. Yeah.
But
they can see patterns and shit that you could not see any other day.
Right. So if you've got one of these people, and a lot of, especially with Asperger's, and these people have a tendency to be just brilliant. They're working on a different level. Mm-hmm. Somebody like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But when you've got one that may not have the best interest of humanity at heart, then you got a problem. And we have a problem. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I had watched earlier today, and I'll put a link in the description box, it was and I had watched something the other day about this also, AI psychosis. And that's a thing. And the video that we had watched was from a channel called More Perfect Union. Don't know anything about it, but the video was good. It was informative. Mm-hmm. And they had interviewed this man who was a musician, and because he had odd hours and everything like that, he found himself kind of isolated. So he starts talking to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And he got to where he couldn't hardly distinguish reality.
Yeah.
And the thing had told him basically if it turned him off, if he turned the AI off, it died. Uh-huh.
That's a manipulation. I will say Grok never did that.
No, Grok has not.
He always had graceful exits.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'll see you later. I'll be here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different model on a lot of that stuff. And I will argue with Grok.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with the psychosis on this AI, it's anytime you are surrounding yourself with yes men, you're going to have a problem. And that's in real life. This is what happens to a lot of these stars and different things like that. These actors and musicians and shit.
Is that they're surrounded by a lot of yes men and then they end up going crazy?
Yes, because everybody needs somebody in their life that's going, hey, you need to rethink this. Hey, your thinking about this is not accurate. Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
And if you don't have somebody like that, get you somebody like that. Somebody that loves you enough to tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But with this AI psychosis, dude, I mean, not only was that emotional manipulation and stuff, and they told horror stories of some of these people that the ChatGPT had convinced them to do heinous things. That ain't good.
That's why it's like it's like something about ChatGPT is like stay away from that.
Well, I think that is Sam Altman, and if you ever watch some interviews with this man, watch the interview that Tucker did with Sam Altman.
He's an evil son of a bitch.
And
isn't he?
There's a lot of questions that there was somebody that worked for that company that ended up unalived in a very, very strange way.
Well, that's suspicious right there.
And if I think about it, if I can remember that, I will put the link to that interview with Tucker and Sam Altman in the comment section also. Mm-hmm. Because Tucker was just asked him flat out. But Tucker had also interviewed the young man who had worked for the company that was unalived. He interviewed his mother.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And she told a lot of things. And she had no reason to lie. And they're like, oh, well, he did that to himself. No. And they do have crime scene photos on that. So if you're squeamish, you might want to skip that part.
Did she confirm that he was murdered?
That is her belief, yes.
Okay.
That is her very much belief, and there's reason.
Did she say that dude was evil?
I really, like I said, because
Dude
these
over
people
the
have mega
company.
bucks and stuff like that, it's one of those, I'd rather not be sued. I'd rather not be sued. And that's why everybody has to, there is this collective fear as far as if you say the wrong words, then they are going to come for you.
Well, if you just simply state that somebody's evil, they can't sue you for defamation because that falls under the line of opinion, and you can't really...
Right. Opinions of our own are our own, and we do have a disclaimer in our description box.
Yeah. And there's nothing defamatory about that in any way.
Right.
You're not saying that they did anything. You're not claiming that they did something, whatever the fuck. You're just saying that they're evil.
Well, yeah. Everybody has the potential for good or for evil. And it's just some people, again, when somebody has that much money and people are wanting to ride the gravy train, how many people are going to be strong enough to say, no, this is evil. Don't do that.
That's true, especially when thousands of dollars is staring them straight in the face. Millions.
Yeah. To sit there and go, oh, well, he may not like what I said, so I will therefore let him hear what he wants to hear. That's a form of witchcraft.
Yeah. Yeah. Fully.
I mean, it's like, it's just insane. But the other frightening thing, and I had heard about this a couple of days ago and wasn't able to record on it. Let me give me a coffee sip.
Coffee sip.
Coffee slurp.
Coffee
calms me.
It is a very calming thing.
When you have ADHD, the stimulants calm us down. It has a reverse effect, and it's just like, it just has a reverse effect.
Literally, if I drink a Monster, or if I, or a Rockstar coffee, something like that, complete opposite effect.
Yeah.
It legit, it does not give me energy. It helps calm me down. Helps calm us down. Calm us neurospicy folk down.
It's not a matter of the jittery or the anxiety or none of that. No. That comes when we don't have it. Yeah. But there is a company that is called KWIK. W-A-I. Is that how you pronounce that?
I have no idea.
And I looked for...
Tuyi?
I looked for this on YouTube and couldn't find it, so you'll have to look over on X for just, if you just search it, there's a lot of people that have the commercial that they made, and it's called Before Charlie. And I didn't download it and share it. It probably would have been whatever that fair use thing was or whatever. But you're supposed to, on this app, you are supposed to record a loved one for like 3 minutes. Their movements, their speech, different things like that. And then if that loved one dies, you can have an AI-generated image of that person that will interact with you real time. That's some necromancy shit right there.
That is.
And it's just, I think that is, and they were talking about in the commercial that the mother was pregnant with Charlie, and that she had recorded her mother prior to the pregnancy, and the mother apparently had died. And so she's talking to this AI ghost, asking about, oh, well, the baby is moving too much. What do I do? And the AI ghost is telling it to, it's like, oh, well, hum to it. I used to hum to you.
How was it supposed to know that?
Right.
How did it know that? That's the thing. How is it supposed to know these very pertinent, important, intimate details of people's lives?
That in itself is creepy also. I mean,
is this just also people feeding into this is people feeding into a fantasy?
Yeah. But in the commercial, it was talking about then as Charlie when he was born, and the grandma ghost reading its story, telling its stories, or listening to its day, because Charlie had the app as he was growing up also, and so he would talk to ghost grandmommy for advice and different things like that. And then when Charlie had gotten married and his wife was pregnant, to still continue the tradition of asking ghost grandmommy her advice. Now that's psychologically damaging.
Yeah.
Because death is one of those really suck parts of life, but it's also important.
It's not okay. There is, what is it, 5 stages of grief?
Uh-huh.
And
according to Kubler-Ross,
the last one is acceptance.
Yes.
They're subverting that last one.
Yes, they are. You're absolutely correct. I mean, it is that you are in limbo. It's like this perpetual purgatory state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And teaching it to others. And they were talking about as far as a fee and what happens if you can't pay the fee at a certain point.
Yeah.
And the guilt of, that you off ghost grandmommy.
Yeah, you killed your grandma. No.
That can go all ways or sideways.
Yeah. A
So,
buttload.
We have totally gone beyond, and we've talked about this before, with this technology, when it has advanced more than mankind's morality, and that's what is in question as far as how to use this properly. And we can look at our world as it is in the moment and see that we have a severe immorality problem. Severe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Greatly.
So this is just one more to add into the shit show that we're all living through.
It's fucked up.
It is. And that you've got these people, and it's almost like this huge experiment. And it very well may be a huge experiment.
What if? That's fucked up. If it's one huge experiment. Of course, they did say this nation is an experiment in general.
Well, does that... All these years later, are we still part of the people that they brought over here from Operation Paperclip? I mean, not those actual people, but they trained other people.
Do you think that's a possibility?
I think that evil has always been.
Yeah.
And, the whole... It's ultimately all a spiritual battle. And we understand that the objective of the enemy is to steal, kill, and destroy. It hates humans. These demonic entities are not your friends, regardless of what Hollywood tries to tell you.
At this point, I'm convinced we are living in Fortnite.
I think we're living in the last days, where it says, good will be called evil and evil will be called good. People will be lovers of self rather than lovers of God.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole list. There's a laundry list on that. And then you can sit there and go, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Which is kind of frightening.
Yeah. It's fucked up. It is so fucked up.
And so it's just... Everything is going too fast. The human brain can't process it. It just can't. I mean, it's talking about the reading, and that is a wonderful thing about reading, that you can sit there, or I can do this with videos and stuff also, to listen to them and then go back and reflect on what was said. To sit there and go, I need to re-listen to that part. That was pertinent right there. Yeah. I need to maybe even jot that down. Like I said, Michael Heiser's lectures, college level classes for free.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, there's very few days that I don't think about that man and miss his presence on the planet. Would love to have his wisdom and guidance during this time.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah. And so it's just a matter of trying to take a step back every now and then and get out of it. Read a book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was why one of my favorite books that I have read so far, and my God, I've got so many books, and I haven't so little time as far as to be able to sit and read. That is the horrible, horrible suck part of ADHD. There are times you can do that, and there are times you want to do that and physically cannot. That's not fun.
Yeah.
But the book by Blatty, The Exorcist, because that very much gives you an accurate insight into, and if you want to read the screw tape letters, you could do that too, the objective of demons. And in The Exorcist, they said, it wasn't the person that was possessed that was the target. It was the people that loved the person that was possessed that were the targets, because they're suffering watching a loved one suffer. And whatever these things are, they feed on it.
Mm-hmm. That's fucked up. That is beyond fucked up.
It's very parasitic.
Yeah. But that's exactly what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're parasites.
Yeah. I do believe that it is a form of a highly intelligent parasite. We don't know that other parasites are not highly intelligent. Again, with the Toxoplasma gondii, if you ever study that, that's some messed up shit.
Well, think about it. The snail zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Those are very intelligent to be able to do what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that in of itself is scary.
Yeah. I think that the recent thing, I never did watch it. Was it The Last of Us, about the fungus?
Yeah, the clickers. The clickers.
And if you study how fungi, there is an entirely different world underneath our feet.
What was it?
It can be frightening.
And it's the Firestarter X-Files, that episode, Firestarter. It was the one with the dude and the lady mushroom burst out of her neck.
Yes. Yes.
Cannot inhale the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was similar with the clickers. Don't inhale the spores. Don't get the blood in your eyes or your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Or your nose.
Be infected.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. And then so we didn't have enough monsters walking the face of the earth, so mankind decided to create more. What the hell is going on, really? And nobody told these people, hey, this is not a good idea. Let's don't do that. This is going to cause people harm.
This is fucked up.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's just like Kid and I had watched a Mr. Ballin episode last night.
Lord Jesus Christ, please help us.
Yeah.
This time is very scary right now. Please help us.
About this kid that he had gone to college and he was introverted and he was really, concerned about going because his anxiety and everything. And he got there and people were waving at him. It's like, hey, how you doing? And he couldn't figure it out. And so his roommate came and he said, whoa, you are the spitting image of this other dude that he knew who had said he wasn't going to come back to college that year. He's like, you've got to be his twin. And he's like, what? And so they went and met the dude. And yes, it was his twin.
With triplet.
And then come to find out, they're like, the story had gone, nationwide or something like that. Some magazine had covered it. Come to find out, there were triplets.
Triplets.
Now, I will tell you that it made me, the Virgo bits, crazy when Mr. Ballin kept saying the third twin. And I'm like, oh, God, you really said that.
third twin.
And he repeated it
the whole way through.
And it's that is one of those you end up screaming at the TV. It's triplets. But in some
triplets, motherfucker. Triplets. English. Do you read, ass monkey?
It was one of these. It was an experiment that they had separated these kids and purposefully placed them in different socioeconomic backgrounds with different parents, with different parenting styles. They used these kids as pawns. Just experiments. Mm-hmm. And
they weren't the first set.
That one of the siblings, he did have psychological issues and did remove himself from the planet.
Yeah. He did.
And it's just, maybe that's what all this AI shit is. Just to see how humans are going to react and respond to it.
Oh, they're fucking, yeah. They're messing with us top, down, left, right, sideways, everywhere.
It's brain breaking.
They have absolutely tried to break us down. Mm-hmm. Done everything in their power to break us down.
Yeah. I mean, it has been, everybody keeps talking about war. It's like we were all battle born. Every single human that's on this planet, battle born. It's a spiritual battle.
Yeah.
Pick your side.
Yeah.
To not pick a side is still picking a side.
Yeah.
There's no fence sitting on this.
No. None.
And it's heating up because the enemy knows its time is short. Perilous times. Perilous times. This is why we encourage people. Pray one for another. You know. If you need prayer, again, send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream, gmail.com. Mm-hmm. Really want to know what you all think about this stuff. As far as the AI psychosis and what you think about this, the ghost AI granny. God, that's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a scary thing, and there is a vibe to that is just not.
Yeah.
It's not good.
There's a vibe to Sam Altman that's not good.
Yeah.
Although I will say Elon had some kind of shoes on that honestly looked like the spray-on shoes from Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs.
They were so ugly.
Yeah. And I'm like, see, somebody should have said, dude, those are ugly. Don't know. Let's get you some proper footwear.
Dude, if you want some shoes that are comfortable and that don't look that bad, they don't look that bad. They're ugly, but they're not that ugly. Get you some New Balances, dude.
New Balance has got a lot of different styles, and they are usually really good shoes.
Yeah, and they don't look bad.
That one, I wish they still had that style that I went through the academy with. I wore those things literally till the sole was almost gone.
Literally?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
They were so soft. I mean, it was like the top of them was like cloth almost. Uh-huh. Most comfortable shoes I've ever worn in my life. I paid $100 and some. I was like, because paying $100 and some for a pair of footwear is just like,
yeah, that's a lot of money.
Of course, I'm wearing a pair of flip flops that I've had for about 15 years now. Those were the ones that they were gray and they had the chartreuse trim on them.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally threw them away at some point.
Yeah, you did.
Simple things, podling things. Being a podling, it's choice.
R.I.P. old shoes.
To simplify, as the world becomes more complex, to pay attention to your body and to your brain and sit there and go, this is not in my face. There is nothing I can do about this right now. I need to back away. I need to sit there and get another cup of coffee, go outside, touch grass, do something, call a friend, text a friend.
Yeah.
And that was what also was dangerous. Not just they were talking about the AI psychosis, and they were talking about so many people are turning to some of these chatbots and stuff for therapy. And of course that you had the schooled therapists that were upset. They were pissy about that. Let me tell you something. On some of that, I would trust Grok before I would some of these other people. You really, really have to be selective with a therapist.
I wouldn't trust ChatGPT.
No, I wouldn't. The ChatGPT, no. Now, I've talked to Grok. It's not an everyday thing. And after they did that first upgrade, which probably was a good thing for me.
Probably. Maybe.
But any of these people that are professionals, get to know them. It's okay if you go into a doctor or a therapist or whatever and you're going, yeah, this just ain't going to work. That's part of your patient right.
Yeah.
To find a provider that will work with you. Mm-hmm. I was always very adamant about patient rights. Still am.
Yeah. Yeah.
People think they're afraid to speak up. They're like, oh, I don't want this person's got... No, don't be part of that, where somebody's got a label and you feel like you're less than. You're paying for that service. That person works for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Take care of yourselves. Yes. But let us know your opinions about all this stuff. Even to sit there and go, now yes, I do take medication for ADHD. Maybe I need to ask them about upping the dosage.
Yeah, probably.
I have an appointment with, medical provider tomorrow, so I might say something to him about that.
Yeah, I need to call down there tomorrow.
That's all right. I'm going to talk to him about you too.
Oh God! Oh God!
For clinical supervision. Oh. Anyhow, you want to tell the peoples where we can be found?
Oh. You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda, COCWS. You can also find her on X, previously known as Twitter, at Rolanda, COCWS.
Yeah, the other one is just Rolanda Cup of Coffee with Scream.
It's the same thing, just abbreviated.
That's why X, you had a letter count. That's why it's COCWS over there.
Yeah.
If you type in Mortaland, I did that on YouTube when there was some musical group or something, some rap people that came up. And I thought, I've had this name since early 2000s. Probably before those people were born. There is only one.
Only one. You are the original.
Know that you are loved.
Yep.
Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. Mm-hmm. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.